Hot sand on toes, cold sand in sleeping bags. I come to know that memories were the best things you ever had. The summer shorn, beat down on bony back, so far from home where the ocean stood, down dust and pine cone tracks. We slept like dogs down by the fireside, awoke to the fog where all around us the boom of summertime. We stood steady as the stars in the woods, so happy-hearted, and the warmth rang true inside these bones. As the old pine fell, we sang, just to bless the morning. Oh, hot sand on toes, cold sand in sleeping bags. I come to know the friends around you are all you'll always have. Smoke in my lungs, or the echoed stone, careless and young, free as the birds that fly, with a weightless soul long. We stood steady as the stars in the woods, so happy-hearted, and the warmth rang true inside these bones. We stood steady as the stars in the woods, so happy-hearted, and the warmth rang true inside these bones. As the old pine fell, we sang, just to bless the morning.
Dearly beloved, we have come here together in the presence of God to witness and bless the marriage of Alex Vandenberg and Hannah Ritchie. As we assemble, we are mindful of many who are not with us, especially those in our families who have died these past years. They are yet present in us and through us. The covenant of marriage presents challenges of all kinds. Our willingness to support, to sustain, and to love is an important instrument of God, without which the promises that we witness will suffer. We bless, meaning not simply to affirm what Alex and Hannah do this day, but that we also pledge to maintain our sustaining commitment to them through the years to come. Today we celebrate, giving grateful thanks to God who has given us all the passions of love and the disciplines of covenant to enhance our lives. Let us not cease to wonder in awe and thanksgiving for these gifts so beautifully revealed to us today. You may be seated. Will the families remain standing? David and Lydia, Bruff and Beth, you have raised these children of your hearts and home. You have taught them the lessons of life. They have watched you, learned from you, and in many ways modeled themselves after you. You have cherished them, scolded them, loved them lo these many years. Jesus did not say much about marriage, but at one time he quoted from the book of Genesis, saying, "And a man must leave his father and his mother and cleave unto his wife, and the two shall become one," which tells us that what we are witnessing today is a leaving as well as a cleaving. From leaving the womb, to leaving on a school bus, to leaving the country. They're always leaving, but they're always returning. Alex and Hannah now stand before you as adults ready to make the most awesome commitment of their lives, to create a new family, which means that in some ways they must leave the old family. Nevertheless, they will still need your care and your support. They will need your advice, which, as usual, they will mostly ignore. They will need your repeated blessings. So I ask you now, as the parents and the family of these adults, will you bless this marriage with your continuing care and love? How do you answer? We will. And now, will everyone please stand, all those gathered here? You are their people, their peeps. You represent the full range of their lives, their work, their childhood, their relatives, their friends, Alex's people, Hannah's people, now Halex's people. So I ask you as well, will you do all in your power to uphold Alex and Hannah in their marriage? Will you bless them with your care and your support, your prayers and your companionship? How do you answer? We will. Thank you, and be seated. Both Alex and Hannah were raised in the Quaker tradition, in which the essence of worship is silent attention to the inner light, that holy presence within us all. Let us now, in that spirit, take a moment of silence, of quiet, to attend to whatever stirs within us or around us. Andy?
Masons, when they start upon a building, are careful to test out the scaffolding. Make sure that planks won't slip at busy points. Secure all ladders. Tighten bolted joints. And yet all this must come down when the job is done, showing off walls of sure and solid stone. So if, my dear, there sometimes seems to be old bridges breaking between you and me, never fear. We shall let the scaffolds fall, confident that we have built our wall.
The vows in a wedding service typically come in two parts. The second, of course, are the vows that you make to each other, sealed with rings. But before that comes the declaration of intent, an expression before all gathered here and God of all our understandings of your intentions for this marriage. Hannah, will you take Alex to be your husband, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Alex, will you take Hannah to be your wife, to live together in the covenant of marriage? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Leah?
May these vows and this marriage be blessed. May it be sweet milk, this marriage, like wine and halva. May this marriage offer fruit and shade, like the date palm. May this marriage be full of laughter, our every day, a day in paradise. May this marriage be a sign of compassion, a seal of happiness, here and hereafter. May this marriage have a fair face and a good name, an omen as welcomes the moon in a clear blue sky. I am out of words to describe how spirit mingles in this marriage.
This day, May 26th, in 1923, was the occasion of the first running of the 24-hour endurance sports car race in Le Mans, France. I know that this was an important thing for you to know today. This challenge tested not only the speed but also the ability of the car to run for 24 hours straight. It was a test of durability and the reliability of car parts, and music to some of your ears of sustainability. A car with better gas mileage, better tires, and brake pads would need fewer pit stops. The race has been called the Grand Prix of endurance and efficiency. Improvements for all cars have come from innovations at Le Mans. Marriage, too, is a feat of endurance. We promise, till death do us part. It is not easy to pull that off. What is it that makes a marriage sustainable? A few minutes ago, we paused for the briefest period of silence, brief at least by Quaker accounting. Both of you have Quaker background, which is why we had any silence whatsoever. By that tradition, I should now fall into deep quiet for the next 10 minutes, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I want to reflect on something that you, Alex, asked me a few weeks ago. Later in this service come those words, "What God has joined together, let no one put asunder." What does that mean, you asked? That made me think. The second part, the sundering part, has to do with all the ways that intentionally or unintentionally we mess in each other's lives. Interfering, disturbing, troubling. People are people, even the best of us. That's what we do. The first part gave me pause. Those whom God has joined together. Now, I know that not everyone here is comfortable with God language. Quakers often use the dialect of the inner light, so we can go with that. Quakers worship in stillness. Buddhists speak of the monkey mind, which describes most of our mental activity. We jump around in our thoughts, here and there, noisy and clattering and cluttered, attending to this and then to that. Quakers seek to still the noise in order to pay attention to what's really going on. I imagine that is a vital skill, speeding on a winding racetrack for 24 hours as well. So this is what I urge for you, times of stillness, in order to realize, to perceive what is really going on, what is going on within you, what is going on between you, what is going on around you. George Fox, a founder of the Quaker tradition, wrote, "Stand still in that which is pure, after ye see yourselves, and then mercy comes in. After thou seest thy thoughts and temptations, Do not think, but submit, and then power comes. Stand still in that which shows and discovers, and there doth strength immediately come. And stand still in the light and submit to it, and the other will be hushed and gone, and then content comes. Stand still, he says, in order to see yourself, see your thoughts, see your temptations, see what is distracting and obsessing, see what's going on. If you are angry, probe the roots of that angry. If you are lonely, look for the core of your need. When you stand still, that inner light reveals self-truth. The noise is hushed and gone. The consequences, the gains, are mercy, power, strength, and contentment. Do not think, Fox surprisingly says. Look, make space, make time. Whatever it is, it will show itself to you in time. There is much else to occupy your time, draw you away from yourselves. Quaker time, inner light, time is eclipsed, and you are on your way. You will not miss it, you will not seek it, you will not need it until you do. And then you will not have it. It cannot be recovered in an instant, even as trust cannot be recovered in an instant. The best gift that you can give to each other is your own mercy, your power, your strength, and your contentment. And these come from your stillness, in which your deepest desire flowers into view. Hence, the best gift that you can give to each other is your own stillness. The inner light brings you to each other by mercy, with power, in strength, and for contentment. That is everything. With that, you will complete the race, enduring and sustained. And now to repeat the words of Rumi that Leah read, I am out of words to describe how spirit mingles in this marriage. Now is the time for your words.
Alex, you have filled my life with joy. I love you. As I join my life to yours, I promise to never take you for granted. I promise to respect and encourage you and to be your partner in all things, to support you in life and in work through highs and lows. I promise to be patient with you and to communicate fully. I promise to make you laugh, whether you're happy or sad. I promise to root for all of your favorite teams and let you try to explain the rules to me. I promise to do the dishes, although I make no such promises regarding dinner. I will, however, make you many cheese plates. I promise to champion and support your dreams. In all of these ways, I will show my love for you today, tomorrow, and every day for the rest of our lives. I love you, Alex.
Hannah, you have filled my life with joy. I love you. As I join my life to yours, I promise to never take you for granted. I promise to respect and encourage you and to be your partner in all things, to support you in life and in work through highs and lows. I promise to be patient with you and to communicate fully. I promise to make you laugh, whether you're happy or sad. I promise to go to beaches with you during peak sun hours, but we will have to bring a bucket of SPF 1000 sunscreen. I promise to make you delicious dinners and to let you do the dishes. I will at least try all of the fun cheeses that you like, except for blue cheese. I promise to champion and support your dreams. In all of these ways, I will show my love for you today, tomorrow, and every day for the rest of our lives. I love you, Hannah.
Okay. You come in with the rings. Okay. Yep, that's fine. No. You keep the one for him. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
I, Alex,
I, Alex,
take you, Hannah,
take you, Hannah,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold from this day forth,
to have and to hold from this day forth,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Ready? I, Hannah,
I, Hannah,
take you, Alex,
take you, Alex,
to have and to hold from this day forth,
to have and to hold from this day forth,
for better or for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
This is my solemn vow.
This is my solemn vow.
Okay. Okay, this one. Bless, O Lord, this ring, that he who gives it and she who receives it may abide in thy love and mercy and strength and power all the days of their lives.
A little hot today.
Yeah, just leave it there. Hannah, with this ring,
Hannah, with this ring,
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Bless, O Lord, this ring, that she who gives it and he who receives it may abide in thy love and mercy and power and strength all the days of their lives. Alex, with this ring,
Alex, with this ring,
I thee wed,
I thee wed,
and with all that I am
and with all that I am,
and all that I have,
and all that I have,
I honor you.
I honor you.
Now that Alex and Hannah have given themselves to each other by solemn vows, with the joining of hands and the giving and receiving of rings, I pronounce that they are husband and wife, those whom God has joined together. Let no one put asunder. My kiss. Let us join together in prayer. Eternal God, creator and preserver of all life, author of salvation and giver of grace, look with compassion upon this world you have made, and especially upon Alex and Hannah this day. Give them wisdom and perseverance in the common life, that each may be to the other a strength in need, a counselor in perplexity, a comfort in sorrow, and a companion in joy. Give them grace when they hurt each other, to recognize and acknowledge their fault, and to seek each other's forgiveness and yours. Make their love and their growth in the qualities of mercy, power, strength, and contentment be a sign and inspiration to all who know and see them. Grant that all persons who have witnessed these vows may find their own marriages and relationships strengthened and their loyalties confirmed. And finally, grant that the bonds of our common humanity, by which all your children are united one to another, be so transformed by your grace that your anguish may be relieved, your peace apprehended, your love received, and your will indeed done on earth as it is in heaven, now and forever. Amen. And now may I present you Alex and Hannah Vandenberg.
The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace, now and forever. Amen.
Your love lifted me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. You know your love keep on lifting higher, higher and higher. I said your love keep on lifting higher and higher. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment was my closest friend. But then you came and he soon departed, and you know he never showed his face again. That's why your love keeps on lifting me higher, higher and higher. I said your love keeps on lifting me higher and higher. All right. I'm so glad I finally found you. Yes, that one in a million girls. And now with my loving arms around you, honey, I can stand up and face